Well, he's been a guest on the show many times and offered advice to others, but today we wanted to dive into his artistic journey.
Young Thunder has a lengthy catalog of work, and he's here now to discuss it all. Good morning.
Hey.
Good morning. How you guys doing?
We are
We're
good.
doing great, and always great to see you.
You
Now,
as well.
before we get into your music, this is a little anniversary. You've been coming on the show for a year now. So how has this experience been like for you?
Man, it's been great. I love the morning blend. You guys been great. You and Elliott, man, you keep me going. Even though I was going through some hard times, you guys kept me smiling. So that's important.
Yeah, like you know, we appreciate you and thanks for that. But you know, you've offered so much advice, like we said, to so many other people, and you do have this back catalog work. So you recorded your earliest work 16 years old. Mm-hmm. Born to Kill, then you showed like more raw intensity in your work with Rage, and then kind of rounded out your artistic kind of progress with Psych.
Sync.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And you've kind of been redefining your sound, moving on things. So could you break down the you know, where you were artistically and your creativity and your thought process for those kind of like three different parts of your musical process?
Okay, so I started Born to Kill at about 15 years old, and I finished it at 16. And what I was going through at that moment is feeling like I had to prove something lyrically, you know, more talent-wise. And as I was going through Rage is actually an acronym for rapidly achieving greatness every day. So when I was going through everything I was going through, even though I felt like some things was holding me back, I still was moving forward. And when I made Sync, by the time I made Sync, it was like a few years out, and I felt like, you know, even though I wasn't doing music for a while, once I got back to music, it was like I was in sync with it. It was like easy to do.
Yeah.
So that's what I was feeling with them projects.
Nice.
Yeah, you've said you work independently. So how has that really shaped your approach to recording, and how have you really incorporated that into the business side of it?
Well, you know, I felt like I had to learn a lot. You know, everything I learned was like self-taught mostly. Like, for example, I had to learn basic technology, like learning, you know, site building a bit, as well as, you know, being able to talk to, like, you know, people in the technology industry, and, you know, always being able to learn things, new things, always being a sponge and being able to soak up a lot of game and not feeling like I know everything, but at the same time, you know, being able to learn things and implement them in my business, you know, knowing I'm doing it on my own sometimes.
Yeah, like we mentioned, you know, there's a lot of things you've done musically. You can look back proudly on everything you've achieved, but are there any projects that you didn't get a chance to complete that you'd love to go back and have another stab at and, you know, and release for people to listen to?
Well, everything I put out, I try to put out with intention. But if we talking about something I haven't completed, it was once this time where, you know, I took this like hands-on business course. And the deal was, if I completed 6 months, if I completed it, they was gonna pay 1 year of your college. And at the time, I was so focused on making money, partying and stuff, that I was like, yeah, I don't got time for that right now. But I wanted to say to the youth, if you got any kind of scholarship or anything that, you know, presented to you, take advantage of it. You know, them opportunities only come every so often, so take advantage.
Yeah. You know, you have an upcoming album titled Life is a Gamble, and it's really exploring themes of risk and high stakes. So diving just a little bit deeper, how does this project really reflect your journey and connect your past to the future?
Well, the great thing about it, I was originally supposed to locate to Houston, Texas. That was around a Hurricane Harvey situation, but I ended up in Las Vegas, and I did not have a plan. I was just out here, and I felt like, you know, at that moment, COVID was happening, and a lot of struggles was happening. So I felt like, you know, it turned out to be like one of the best decisions of my life. So I ended up on TV with you guys. Not only that, a lot of great things are going on behind the scenes. So I felt like, you know, I took that. Sometimes if you're doing things in a positive way and you got a positive meaning behind what you're doing, you got to take that risk. And that's what I did when I came here. I just jumped.
Yeah.
I wasn't like saying, okay, I plan to do this. Yeah. Because you know, so.
You always come with great advice, and this is not the last we're going to see you this morning, but you can learn more about Young Thunder, his music, and more by visiting youngthunder.com.
And coming up later in the show, he'll also be performing for us, so stay tuned.
Young Thunder is back and ready to perform.
But before he delivers Livin, we wanted to deliver a little more. So you're back. We were talking to you earlier. Now let's just dive into your music. What makes this track so meaningful to you, and why do you think audiences react to it so well?
Well, it's like a great vibe, you know, all around. Rather you in the car, the club, it's very laid back, it's vibey, and it's a good feel. People like to, you know, vibe out and have that good moment, that good feel.
Yeah, you've got a fun music video to go along with this song. What was that creative process like? Was that a fun thing to do?
Well, actually, it was great because I actually shot it in 3 locations. So I shot it in, I was in California, Houston, Texas, and Indiana. So just feeling that great vibe and being on Hollywood Boulevard, meeting different people, and they actually feeling the music. It was a great vibe. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. You know, you've remixed Livin, so how does that really differ from the original?
So the remix was actually supposed to be the original. It has an artist from Houston. She was on the track, and you know, due to unavailability, you know, I had to go in and do the song myself and actually be able to perform on my own when it comes time.
Yeah, you've pushed yourself creatively, musically, and through business to achieve your goals. What is it, do you think, with everyone out there, the lengths they go to do this? What is it that drives people to do that?
Well, most people do it out of validation, but I believe, like me personally, I do it to try to leave a legacy. You know, being able to pass down to the younger generation and gain, you know, help the younger generation gain some knowledge.
Yeah, well, let's have some fun here because you have quite a story, quite a journey. So if your life were to be turned into a film, what would be the title and what would you want your story to be told as?
Let's see here. You know what? I'll call it the Las Vegas Morning Blend.
Oh!
Hey, I like that.
And the reason why, because every morning I had to wake up and blend my hustles together to make it work.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. I would normally ask who would be playing you, but I think you should play you.
Man, Elliott, you'll probably be better off playing my kid. you know,
It'd be the role of a lifetime.
You be spitting them bars.
Well, talking about spinning them bars, we want to listen to you guys, listen to you play. So you can listen to more of Young Thunder's music and learn more about the man himself by heading to youngthunder.com.
Yeah, we lit. Yeah, we here on the Morning Blend, you know what I mean? Living out here in Las Vegas, doing big things out here. Check it out. We can party, do it all night. Hood dude, love the good life. Them passports, I take flight. Got the check on me like Ed Knight, 'cause I can't lie. Y'all love money. Can't sleep, coming up money. Got grind hard, do it all day. Ain't not a spend to that club money. Got spending stuff like a DJ. I bounce back like a replay. I split the money like cheesecake. Then I'm back hopping on the freeway. I like a chick that's classy. When we hit the room, she nasty. Cool as hell and got her own swag. On the club scene, she flashy. I'm kinda tipsy just a little bit. We hit the room, we getting lit. No Halloween, I don't play the trick, but a couple hundred that'll make you strip. I work hard, so I play harder. I ain't trying to slip, so I play smarter. Don't be ashamed, take this goose, baby. Let's party hard like there's no tomorrow. To live this life, you need some motivation. Grind hard all day, get out that celebration. As time fly by, just do your best while you living it. Let's party all night, get faded and forget your fears. To live this life, you need some motivation. Grind hard all day, get out that celebration. As time fly by, just do your best while you living it. Let's party all night, get faded and forget your fears. In the bed, I go deep, baby. Turn a good girl to a freak lady. Drive her crazy like a new Mercedes. Give her good sex, I'm feeling obligated. Lock it down like a combination. Word spread across the population. Money talking while these hating. My life goes, I'm going elevated. West Coast to LA, Midwest where I used to stay. Down south to the H-Town, that party life, we get wild. Flying out to the NY, East Coast, they get live. On the plane, I'm feeling jet lag. Take a trip to London, doing worldwide. Pop bottles, some champagne. On the scene, I do the damn thing. Got flakes on them like a hamstring. I do me, stay in my own lane. One life, I'm gonna live it up. I'm getting faded, fill up my cup. Bad chick, she the model type. And she leaving with me, then that's what's up. To live this life, you need some motivation. Grind hard all day, get out that elevation. As time fly by, just do your best while you living here. Let's party all night, get faded and forget your fears. To live this life, you need some motivation. Grind hard all day, get out that elevation. As time fly by, just do your best while you living here. Let's party all night, get faded and forget your fears. To live this